What's up, everybody? Welcome to a Riding Dad video, or welcome back. Either way, glad to have you. Today's a little bit of a different video. Pretty cool. I got a product sent to me for free. Before we start talking about it, before I show you how cool it is, let's go ahead and roll that intro.
Riding down a YouTube channel, it's the Riding Down a YouTube channel, it's the Riding Down a YouTube channel, it's the Riding Down a thing that you found.
Alrighty, so the product I got for free, and the only reason I'm telling you for free is not a cool flex, bro. It's not anything like that. It's because I want to tell you the guys, just to let you know, I did go ahead and get this for free. Is this a product I would typically get on my own? Probably not, because it's not one of the, typical name brands. Offhand, the name brands I can think of, JW or whatever, the JL speaker, whatever that one is, the really expensive headlight. You got Speed Kings making some, you got Custom Dynamics making some, Baja Designs make some really cool ones, but those are completely different. Then obviously you have the stock Harley ones and the Harley, Moon Daymaker or whatever, the Sunmaker, whatever the heck they got, and then Moons. Truthfully, right now, if I were to spend my money on a product for a new headlight, I would probably go with Moons. You guys know I love Moons MC. I think their products are super good, and I think their customer service is by far probably the best I've ever dealt with for any kind of motorcycle stuff ever. I will probably never stop praising them unless something super weird happens. Anyhow, this guy contacted me on the Insta, said, hey, I have a headlight, I want you to test it out and do a video on it. I said, okay, but I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, and with, for my video, to let everybody know. If it's crappy, I'll tell them it's crappy. If it's amazing, I'll tell them it's amazing. So completely unbiased, letting you guys know ahead of time, I did get the headlight for free. Like I said, 100% transparency. I'm not charging to do a review. I don't believe in that, especially at my level of YouTube fame. I don't think I need to charge anybody. If you're willing to give me the product for a review, that is more than enough for me. So it does say made in China. It's a 5 3/4, which is the stock size of at least my M8 Softail. This specifically says LED headlight on super wide glide motorcycle. So whatever. The box, obviously, as you would expect from a cheaper headlight, is not all fancy. It's a pretty simple cardboard box. What I will tell you is they're available on Amazon. Obviously, I will post the link to the Amazon headlight to this one. There are different colors too. I'll put some little screenshot caption stuff up on the the video now, but there are different colors. I went with black for obvious reasons. No other color would have made sense with my bike. However, they do make some other cool colors, and let's go ahead and open it. So open it, and there is foam surrounding it. It did come in a a padded Amazon box, whatever. And here is the headlight. It does come with the little ASMR. Let's get real quiet now, okay? Oh, okay. So it does come with the kind of more classic 3-pin connector. That is not the stock, at least on my Lowrider S. I've not done headlight switches on any other bikes, and I don't know that much about them to tell you what your bike has, so just look at it. The pin connector for the stock Lowrider S, and I would believe it's on most stock, at least M8 Softails, is kind of a row of 4 wires. It almost looks like a little oval with like individual pieces. You'll see it when we install it. However, Amazon, again, to the rescue, has I think it's either $10 or $6, I want to say $10, but super cheap adapter part that I will go ahead and not only put the link in the description, but I will also put the link in the, or a picture in the video now, that will adapt this kind of classic-y style 3-pin, 3-notch, I don't even know what you would really call this. It's not pins. But anyway, it will adapt this style to the one that's on your actual bike, so you don't have to chop anything up or anything. It's a direct kind of plug and play. The other thing, at least for my bike, it is a Lowrider S. The headlight, because of the stock headlight and fairing style that was on the bike, to replace with any headlight, you are going to need a new like kind of bowl bucket. I know Memphis Shade sells it, Moons sells it, so you can buy any one of those. They're going to be light years ahead of the one that I went ahead and purchased for $20 off of Amazon. But I figured for a review like this, let me just go ahead and get the bare minimum parts. If I want to keep it long term, I'll go ahead and upgrade anyway. The quality of the bucket I got, like the little bucket headlight adapter for this that I got off Amazon, actually seems to be pretty good, minus the fact that I will be straight up, I will include a picture and a link of course, but I will be completely honest with you. If you are not running a headlight block extension with like these little arms like I have on my bike from Banks Performance for the fairing setup, if you are just using that kind of typical one, it is not going to fit, because the bottom piece of it, where it connects to this this mount, the bottom piece of the bucket adapter kind of thing is way too skinny. So thankfully with this, there's just a little piece that Banks includes in their kit, and I'm sure any other kit would include it or whatever, because you need it for this headlight situation. I'm sure if you want to custom fabricate stuff or whatever. However, I went to Ace and I spent about $6 on a whole bunch of grade 8 and stainless steel hardware, grade 5 I think, depending on what it was. Got a bunch of different washers, a bunch of different spacers. I'm gonna make something fit for that with that, but like I said, it's $20. So all in, between the headlight bucket, between the wiring adapter, the harness, that's about $30. And again, Amazon free shipping. If not, you pay like another $6 to have it shipped or whatever, and you can always return it. This headlight is $40, at least at the time of me making this. $40, and you would have already seen it because I did that. And like I said, a whole bunch of different colors. It is LED. It has brights and running light. It does look pretty snazzy. I am going, at the end of this video, I'm going to go ahead and do a comparison. I tried with a stock one, I tried to get like a down my block, but there's just, the camera doesn't capture it well enough. So what I went ahead and did was just close my garage door. It's white. I have a tape mark on my driveway where I put the bike, that way I know I'm going to put it the same place every time. And then I took a picture of it dark, and I locked the autofocus and the white balance every time, so I can guarantee you it's exactly the same. So I'm going to put a picture up at the end, and we'll talk about it at the end too, of just the plain dark, and then this, and then the plain dark, and then this headlight too to see. I do not, unfortunately, I wanted to buy a lumen kind of sensor, but it was just too much money for something like this. So anyway, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name of this right. Doobie, Delby, I'm not sure. Either way, thank you so much for sending me this. I am really excited to get it put on. I think not only does it look cool, honestly, first impressions, guys, and I understand I haven't had this out in the rain or, had it on the bike in the sun or anything like that, but first impressions, this is actually really well made. It's heavy enough that you can definitely tell there's some sturdiness going into this build. The glass, or plexiglass probably, whatever, or polycarbonate or whatever they use for the front of it, is very clear. No issues with any dust or particles inside of that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put this in my bucket. I'm probably gonna have to fight and bend some stuff because it was a $20 cheap bucket. Like I said, if you're gonna do this on your own bike and you're set on a headlight conversion, just spend the extra money probably on, the one from Memphis or the one from Moons. The one from Moons is the one I was gonna ultimately buy, and if I like this enough to run it full time, I'm gonna go to Moons and probably buy that so I can have a proper setup with it. So let me put that in that, and then I'll bring you guys closer. We'll take this headlight off, which again, keep in mind, is on a bracket extension from Banks Performance, so it might look a little bit different from you. However, you will have this one main piece back there, and we're gonna put it on, see how it looks on the bike, and go do that test so you can see what it looks like at night. All right, let me go try to put this in my cheap Amazon stuff. All right, so like I said, your install is probably going to be a little different, but for me, I have this headlight block extension or whatever. So the first step, obviously, you're gonna have to take the harness out of your stock light. For me, with the 2020 Harley Davidson Lowrider S, this is the connection that I have from there. I'm gonna go ahead and rotate this down just to make it easier to see. There we go. And we're gonna take the bolt out. And again, in my case, I have this little nub. I actually bought all new hardware just so I can keep this together so I wouldn't lose anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this all back. And now it's time to play with some spacers and washers. As a side note, I'm not sure if it's just a combination or one of the either headlight or bucket, being that they're both not necessarily like name brand. However, I have a feeling that it's probably mostly the bucket because of just how poor the quality is of this. You can see that I did kind of drill out my own hole for it. It came with the wiring extension, poorly grommeted in there. Did not have any room for the wiring in there or the block that would connect to the headlight block, and both of those, there's just no room. So I wound up just cutting it out a little bit more, cutting some of the metal away, and then sanding it. I know it's not pretty. I know it's not painted. I do not plan on keeping this long term. If I keep this headlight or get a different headlight, I'm going to buy a different bucket, a better quality bucket. So yeah, I wasn't worried about that. I did sand it down with the Dremel sanding wheel, like the grindstone wheel. So it's not sharp, but I did go ahead and put some kind of thicker tape around. It's like a Flex Seal tape or whatever, just something to headline around the wire, just so it doesn't get cut up in case something started to, you know, eat away at that wire anyway. That being said, the finish, like the actual black quality of it, is decent. It's not polished up because I got all my oils and everything over it now, but fitment, like as far as like the front fitlet and like it doesn't wobble around or anything, it seems fine. So it should at least do for this install to see if it's long-term something that I want to put on the bike. But yeah, now let's go ahead and play with all these washers and crap and figure out how to put this on there. All right, before I tighten it down, I'm gonna go ahead and put the adapting harness on there. Okay. And all that will be tucked away. And now I'm gonna go ahead and put it up to the pretty much the same location the other one was. And we'll see if she fits, works, and turns on and such. Alrighty, let's make sure she actually turns on. Well, I do think that's on. That's brights, and that's running. Brights, regular. Brights, regular. Regular brights. Brights, regular. Flash, 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 flash. Okay, so what's the verdict? I think the light itself is actually really good. You have to understand it's not going to be a million times brighter as you saw. I think it is a little bit brighter. I think the color of the light is a little bit different as well. I think hopefully you can see that and it comes across pretty good in the pictures. I think the design is really good. Longevity wise, you know, time will tell. Hopefully there will be no condensation built up in the lens. There'll be no yellowing of the polycarbonate or plexiglass, whatever the hell this plastic is. Obviously we all know it's not glass, being that it's on a bike. Really satisfied with the light. So again, thank you to, I really hope I'm not butchering the name, Dowby. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. But thank you for allowing me to do this video. For everybody else, it's $40 for the headlight. If you want to wait to see my long-term review of having it on the bike for, you know, several hundred miles, daylight, nighttime, rain, everything, just to make sure everything's good, by all means, that's what I'm here for. If not, it's $40. Even if it only lasts you a year, 2 years or whatever, if something weird is going on, I mean, it's $40. It's really up to you just how much you want to sink into it. Like I said, the links to everything are in the description. Time will tell how I like the light and everything. I will definitely give you guys an update. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate getting the headlight for free to do this review video. I am super excited. If you or anybody you know has a company or whatever, a product or something, whether it's small, handmade, or whatever mass produced, and you want me to do a review on it, I do not charge. I don't know why people, when he came to originally, he said, hey, how much is it gonna cost to do that? I do not charge for reviews. I will do a review gladly for free. However, you have to know that if it's crap, I'm going to say it's crap. If it's great, I'm going to say it's great. So I'm going to be 100% honest. As long as I get the product for free, I have no problem doing a review. I love doing stuff like this. I think it helps. You know, I had a small business at one time a couple years ago. I used to do this for people too and send my product out for reviews. Not only for the person that makes the product is it good feedback for them, but it's also really good for you guys, the viewers, to see new products that you probably would either never take a chance on or never even hear of, depending on, you know, what it is and how much it is and all that jazz. So thank you guys for watching very much. I do appreciate it. If you're not subscribed already, why not hit the subscribe button, turn on the post notifications so you never miss a notification when any of my new videos come up, which currently is once a week, Saturday at 5 p.m. Florida time. If you don't know who I am or what I do, like I said, my name is Chris. In the beginning, this is my Harley Davidson Lowrider S. Right behind you guys in front of me is my Honda Grom. I have a whole build series devoted to both. I do a lot of build series, I do reviews, I do rides, just a bunch of motorcycle stuff, a lot of goodness in this channel. So if you want to ask me any questions directly or anything like that, head over to my Instagram and follow me because I post some pretty cool pictures, and send me a DM. I have conversations regularly with a whole bunch of my subscribers, and all you guys are really awesome. I appreciate the support. Until the next time, guys, ride safe, have fun. Dad out.